You've made it to the bang section, so now that we're ready to polish off, we're going to focus on our bangs and tendrils. So my bang came pre-cut, but you would use the same steps as if you had long bangs as well. So I'm going to set in a diagonal part here off center. I like to use a diagonal because it really helps to give me a lot of lift right there at the start of my bang. Once I've decided where my part's going to be, I hit that skin top directly with some steam and comb that hair from the root in the direction that I'm going to want it to go, which is sweeping off to the side. I do the same on the other side, making sure to direct that hair forward as well. I want to make sure that I have coverage along the edge of my wig. I'm establishing my length on the small side first, just using some slide cutting, keeping the tips of my scissors pointed downward and in the direction that I want the bang to sweep. I'm just using that shorter piece from the other side to be my guide for the shortest piece on my other side. I'm doing some slide cutting to give some good texture in the ends and remove length as well. Now on the ends, the piece of the bang towards the cheek is going to curve inward, so I kind of use a scooping technique in that corner so that the hair naturally wants to curve in towards the cheekbone. Now that it's time to set, I'm using my GHD Platinum flat iron. You could also use a 1-inch curling iron, but I find that this works perfect for a soft S-wave that I'm going to be using for this side swept bang. I'm taking diagonal sections parallel to the top corner of my part. Keeping your iron or your roller in a diagonal angle is going to help get that very natural, soft, side swept look. So I continue taking about 1/2-inch partings at a diagonal all the way through the bangs. And once I get towards the end here, I have a piece here that's actually going to be going back towards my bun. It helps to kind of blend the bangs in with the rest of the hair. So once I get to this side corner here, I'm going to angle my iron opposite direction to get that hair to sweep back towards my bun. And then these last two pieces that are in the corner here, I kind of use more of a downward angle because those pieces are going to be flipping back in towards my cheekbone. I rake it through with my fingers to make sure everything's going in the right direction. I use the same technique with the diagonal partings on the other side, except changing the angle to sweep in the other direction off the face. Thankfully, the bangs on this style are pretty simple since the rest of the style is pretty challenging. So I'm combing through and then I'm going to go in, apply my Big Sexy Hair powder play, and start teasing my bang. I'll be using the same type of diagonal sections that I created my set with, over directing those top sections all the way back to give myself a nice lift right at the root at the start of my bang. Now, once I get to this side corner here, I don't need a lot of teasing, just a little bit to help guide those hairs into place, but it naturally wants to go right into that C shape that we've created on the side panel there. So as I smooth these bangs here, I want that hair right by the parting to lay as close to the face as possible. I don't like to see a tunnel underneath my bang. I think that it just helps to make it look more natural if the hair is laying as close to the face as possible. As I get to that end over there, I start to shape that little curl that's going to hug the cheekbone, and I'm just working on smoothing out this surface layer with my pick. I'm placing this pin here at the start of my bang as a placeholder so that when I go in to start smoothing, I don't start to shift my bang too far over towards the center. Similar technique on the other side, taking those diagonal partings and really making sure that that hair along the front edge of the wig by the part is going to lay flat to the face. I just really love to have the ends of those bangs connect in with the rest of my style so that it all looks like it belongs together. From this point on, it's mostly detail work and just laying down individual hairs and smoothing that surface layer. As I work, you'll see afterwards that I'm adding in a lot of pins along the perimeter of my bang, so that way I don't lose that shape as I work on smoothing the individual hairs. Sometimes when you get too hyper focused on the details, you're focusing so much on each individual hair that you start to lose the overall shape that you wanted to begin with. So it's important to start placing pins if you're going to spend a lot of time detailing, because you don't want to lose the initial shape that you were looking for. So here you can see the little pins that I've placed along the perimeter of my bangs. I'm going to leave those there to set and start chiseling out these tendrils. You don't necessarily need to curl these depending on the look that you want. They have a nice little wave to them already on this base wig, but I'm going to go in and set them with a 1-inch iron. I like these waves to look really effortless, so I'm using a 1-inch iron, but if you prefer a more defined ringlet type tendril, you can go in with a 1/4 inch or a 1/2 inch iron. I aim that iron directly at the block to slide it off and pin it to cool off, and that's the end of the style. After this video, the next slide is going to be a link to my previously recorded Zoom class called Personalizing Classic Character Styles. It's a 2-hour class that also includes another demo of this style, but it also includes a lot of information as far as putting on the wig and also that 6th section in the bun. Thanks for hanging with me while I show you guys how to style this wig. I know I make it look super fast and easy in these videos, but I assure you it's a challenge for me every time. So please be super patient with yourself while you work on this style. It is one of the more advanced styles out of all of my characters that I do, and I'm always here to help support you if you get stuck on something or you need some help and guidance on your individual wig. Always feel free to DM me or send me pictures of the wig you're working on.